Welcome back to the episode of my trading vlog, where most of the views come from my trade subscribers. So if that's you, hit the like button. Let's get going on QQQ today. Jeff Joe was asking for this in the Discord, so I went ahead and made the chart. I did the chart and did the drawings, and I just want to explain it. Typically, I go through and make all the drawings on the video, but for the sake of time, that's not what I'm doing today. Let's have a look and just talk about what I've got going on here. Essentially, I started with clearly trying to establish that the recent rally has been motive, and I think that's pretty easy to show. I'm gonna walk you through it. There's 5 waves in a motive wave. Ready for this? We have the initial wave 1 impulse, and then we have a retracement, and this is a sharp ABC zigzag for wave 2. This didn't come all that far in retracement, which is nice. Wave 2 can be terrifying. It's possible that this might have been wave 2 right here. This could have been 1 and 2 through here, and this is actually 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, A, B, C. Doesn't matter because that would still complete wave 4 here, and wave 5 would be ending now. So it doesn't really matter if I take wave 1 and I make it this initial little bump up, or if I take it down to here. Personally, I want to take it and put it here because this is where the RSI is reaching overbought, and you can use the RSI to help figure out where the Elliott wave motive trends end. This is all, of course, in that book that I'm always referencing by Frost and Pretcher, Elliott Wave Principle. And I use a lot of Bulkowski chart pattern analysis here too to help establish where the trends are. Moving on though, after wave 2, we definitely have an extension of a motive trend through here. And if I were to just start a channel tool through here, you can see the peaks of wave 3, 4 of 3, and 5 of 3 coming through the top, let's see here, trend line of this channel. And this is pretty common to see at motive trends. And then we're probably also going to observe a bearish divergence. You're going to notice that the RSI was moving through here and overbought several times as this 3 of 3 was completing. Very common. Wave 4 through here was relatively flat, and this is nice because it contrasted nicely from the sharp correction that preceded it, which might have been this correction back here. So it's kind of hard to say where all the extensions line up per se, but this looks pretty good. I'm pretty confident. Wave 4 being nice and flat, hitting that perfect target almost at around 343. And now we find ourselves in wave 5. What will happen? I don't know. But typically wave 5 tends to resemble wave 1 in height. And so I just measured the height of wave 1, and I apply it to the bottom of wave 4. And sure enough, we're not quite there yet, but we should be getting there at around 395. And that's not a rule. It's not a target. That's a tendency. We'll see if price can actually get there or not. I suspect it will. Probably going to have a little bit of sideways grind, maybe a dip, and then we come back up, and perhaps we set just a new nominal high to reach that tendency towards 396 through 400. That'd be nice to give us a little bearish divergence here to complete wave 5. You're going to see that I have some notes here showing how I'm using the RSI to read into where those motive trend counts are. Now, how is this playing to the bigger picture from the all-time high? Well, I have a kind of an alternative count here than on SPY. If you're really keen, you're going to notice that my SPY and my QQQ counts are a little different, but there's always just multiple ways to look at the charts. There really is. There's not like one correct Elliott wave count. I mean, ultimately there will be once we know what the truth is, once all 12 waves are complete, but whatever. So all degrees are complete, but right now we've only got a few degrees here, so there could be a couple of different options, and what you want to believe is all up to you, but this is what I'm showing is it's not quite, well, yeah, I think I like this labeling. I think I do. So I've got at the supercycle degree waves A, B, and C, and that's a good zigzag. And then I didn't call this X and C again. And I could have called this a complex measure move down and said that this is a complete correction through here, and that this motive trend is actually the top of a wave 5. But I didn't do that. Instead, I opted for A, B, and C, and then A, B, and C again. And the reason why I can do that is because wave C is motive. And since we haven't set a new high yet, I don't feel the need to try to make this into a new motive trend. I don't think this is 1 of 5. And if it is actually a motive wave of a motive trend and not a motive wave of a corrective trend, if that doesn't confuse you, then this would be a truncated 5th if it doesn't pass the all-time high near 404. And it looks like we're going to get close. We're going to get close. The markets definitely want to go up there, I think. But whether or not we pass that level is yet to be seen. And frankly, I just don't see it. I'm always kind of bearish. Always kind of bearish. Of course, these kinds of rallies and bear markets are normal. This is whatever. So this is either all a complete corrective trend, and now we had the 5th wave of a motive trend, or we're actually looking at 2 sets of 3. And this has just been the most recent push of the 3rd wave of that 2nd set, wave C. Confused yet? Excellent. What this does, though, what this count does, the other counts don't do, is it really leaves the market open to do whatever it wants. And that's what I really like about it, is that it leaves uncertainty at like a maximum level. If we were to call this this mode of wave 5, we would know A, B, and C is next, right? We'd know correction's on its way. It'd just be a matter of what it's going to look like. Now, when you have 2 sets of 3 like this, what's really going to happen? Well, we don't know. This could unfold into a bigger motive trend heading higher, where we've had waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'll just end up calling this the top of 1, and we'll grind sideways for 2, which is unlikely, but could happen, and then 3 pops up much higher, and we have this big extreme bull market. I think that's what people are hoping for, but I'm not totally sold on that yet. And so, really, I feel like we're going to be going through sets of 3 that will be annoying, and it's going to be frustrating, and the markets are going to go sideways. In the end, we may even find ourselves in a much, much, much larger chart pattern. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Alternatively, what I'm showing here is this is actually a leading diagonal triangle through here, I think. And this is A, and this is all B, and we're looking for C, and wave C could take us to an all-time high as well. And so, really, we've got to be careful. Alternative counts, regardless of how you put it down, could really be pointing any which way.